Hey, what's up? So in the last 5 years, we've sold over $86 million on Shopify. Now I'm going to show you the number one secret to growing your Shopify sales. This is from a private training that I did for our mastermind of people that do at least $1 million a year in e-commerce.
Third is to get people to order more upfront. This is part of, Reggie adding the order bumps, and a lot of y'all have been through this recently because you've kind of like Shopify was more your second skill beyond Amazon. But if you're selling on Shopify and you can control this, getting people to order as much as possible up front is going to completely change the economics of buying traffic for you. So 75% of buyers never going to come back. In most cases, most businesses, you're lucky if you have a 25% reorder rate. And so 75% will never come back. That means 75% of people, the only sale you're ever going to get from them is that first sale you get. So you might as well make as much money as you ethically can from them. 60%, I looked at this for LifeBoost, 60% of our 12-month lifetime value is the first order. Because, a lot of people never come back. And so the most of the money you're getting from them is up front. So when it comes to everyone's like, oh, look at your LTV to CAC, how much do you make off of customers forever versus how much does it cost to acquire them? Biggest lever there usually is how much they buy up front. Then obviously getting into to buy more stuff in the future, repeat orders is nice. But for us, more than half of that is coming literally on the first order. So anytime we want to increase lifetime value, we should be looking at average order value of that first order first. So increasing average order value, I'll kind of go through our quick examples for LifeBoost. Quantity discounts or bundles on every single product, trying to get people to buy more at once. He's got a perfect example. He sells a bundle of 4 different ones, and that's what people actually prefer to buy on the landing page. So another easy kind of win. If you give people the opportunity to spend more money with you, chances are they will spend more money with you. Default to higher quantities and higher value options. Eduardo and Denise, they already knew this, but it's just kind of like you lose track of all these things. One of their main best-selling products, they had like they had different capsule counts for their products, and I was like, you should be defaulting to like the higher capsule count because it's like more money. And a lot of people will just choose the default option, and they're like, oh yeah, and it just kind of like slipped through the cracks, which happens to all of us. So if you have like a Shopify store and you can just run through all your top-selling products, make sure you're defaulting to a way where people can give you more money. Like if they can buy multiple units, higher capsule count, bundles of products, whatever fits your business, if you have a way to do that, it's better because that default effect has been proven many, many times. People will just choose whatever option you give them disproportionately. Pre-purchase upsells on every product with regular testing. And I'll show you an example of like our stats and sort of some baselines for this. Post-purchase upsells, every product with regular testing. And so I'll talk about a few of these. So this is kind of the bundling thing. This is still our best performing landing page, even though it's terrible and probably has typos and all kinds of stuff going on. But we can't beat it, and so we keep running it. Same thing with our like Black Friday ad from like 2019. That still runs 365 days a year. It works, for us, it's like if it works, we keep doing it, regardless of what anybody else would think. So we basically we did a lot of testing, and we weren't able to beat this one. We basically forced people to buy either 3 or 6 bags, which can be different. Like for him, for example, he has these different products that he bundles together. So I feel like you got to test these things. And we ran through probably like 100 different tests. And this is the one that worked the best for us. No one bag option. We removed that, forced them to buy either 3 or 6. So this is an option among probably 20 other ones. If you have the traffic to test it, you should. But that's only if you're spending quite a bit of money on ads. If you're not that point yet, then the lesson is just bundle stuff. Get people to buy more upfront by packaging it together and making that easy for them. This is on our actual product page. And so we default to this 3-bag option. And so we show a per bag price, which I think makes sense in most businesses rather than the total price. So we show the per unit price, even though they're getting 3 of them. But that's the one that we default to. And so there's different apps and stuff that can do this. Our site is kind of custom coded for better or worse. But we default to a 3-bag option on there. We haven't really tested defaulting to 6 because we just kind of use little bit of logic. It's like if somebody's buying from us the first time, like we don't know if we necessarily want to go overkill and all of a sudden they didn't realize they were buying 6 bags of coffee and they bought 6 bags of coffee and they end up not liking it or something. So we kind of, just sort of try to take that back a little bit, but we do default to 3 bags. This is the pre-purchase upsell. So we use Zipify, one-click upsell for this. And so for this, we basically just offer more of the same thing that they're already buying at a pretty decent discount. So this is like 35% off. We try to not have too many options here. And so We could let them change this number, like how many packs and stuff, and I think other variants, but we try to reduce the number of options they have. We kind of almost always have to do like ground and beans and stuff just because some people don't have a grinder. But in general, with these pre-purchase upsells, post-purchase upsells, we want it to just be a single option, either yes or no. Not like what variant do I choose and stuff like that. And so we try to remove all those options when possible. This is our post-purchase upsell page. This is, we've got a few different options we've been testing. I think I have stats in here. And so this is actually 6 bags. Even if they buy just 1 bag from us, I believe this is triggering that, hey, here's this huge bundle for 35% off. You can buy 6 bags. And so that's the test we're running now. And so what I kind of wanted to show is kind of some benchmarks, because I think I was talking with Kat, and she is getting a decent amount of sales and traffic on her Shopify store, but her first one-click upsell was only getting like 60-something cents a visitor. And I'm like, you got an easy win here. I was like, because she had another upsell in the funnel that was getting like over $2 a visitor. I'm like, if you just swap the order, take the highest traffic post-purchase upsell and make it your best performing one, then all of a sudden, you're going to make more money. It's like almost guaranteed. And so for us, this is the pre-purchase, and this is the highest I've seen it. We've got other people on the team that have now taken over and are testing this, but it's like $8 a visitor on the pre-purchase. So it kind of gives you an idea. If you're looking in your business, you're like, I don't know what's good or bad. But you're like, okay, Matt, LifeBoost, they got $8 a visitor, and you can always like spy on our site and like feel free to buy lots of coffee, but or at least make it into the process, and you'll be able to see what we're doing and stuff. And so that's a good benchmark for you. If you're not at this point, or not even like $6 or something like that, then you could probably improve that. Post-purchase, similar kind of deal. And so post-purchase, see, we're testing this thing. This one's got $1.86 a visitor. That's $7.71 a visitor. Like, big difference on these kind of offers that you run. And that first one is going to be, the first post-purchase upsell is going to be your highest traffic one. It's not super clear here just because this is a newer test, but we're getting $7.71 a visitor on that post-purchase upsell. So in Kat's case, she's getting 61 cents. She can get higher than that. She may not be able to get $7. It may depend on the market and other circumstances. But if she can get up to $4, $5, $6 or something like that, that's going to have a massive impact on the business. And because the marginal shipping cost of another unit or two is not that much. And so it's a significant amount of extra profit from almost no extra work. So these are sort of some of the basic things that if you're selling a decent amount on Shopify, just running through these cycles, once a month at least.